to have you come before this committee. Fact, after the New York Times issued its story in March, this committee canceled all other hearings except for the hearing with a witness named Clinton. Fact, we abandoned our plans to bring in the Secretary of Defense and the head of the CIA. Fact, we haven't had a single hearing from the Department of Defense with the Department of Defense in 17 months. Fact, of the 70,000 pages of documents obtained by the Select Committee, the only documents the chairman has chosen to release publicly are your emails with Sidney Blumenthal. Fact, of the 32 press releases that have been issued since March of this year, 27 of them are about you or the State Department, and 5 are about everything else. Fact, as recently as last week, the chairman issued a 13-page letter which alleges that you risked the lives of people by sending an email that contained the name of a classified CIA source. Fact, CIA told us there was nothing in that email was classified, nor was the name of that person who's well known to many. The chairman has said that this will be the final definitive report. One thing I think we can tell already, there will be nothing final about this report. Whenever we finish, if ever we finish, the problem we've had as a committee is we don't know what we're looking for. But there won't be a final conclusion. There won't be anything definitive about the work of this committee, because unlike the Accountability Review Board that operated in a nonpartisan way, it's unlikely the majority here will even consult with us on what their final report looks like. Those who want to believe the worst will believe the worst. Those that want to believe that this is a partisan exercise will believe it. As I said from the very beginning of this investigation, the only way this committee will add any value to what's gone on before is if we can find a way to work together and reach a common conclusion. But it is plain that is not their object. The chairman might say, ignore the words of our Republican leadership and ignore the words of our Republican members, ignore the words of our own GOP investigator, judge us by our actions, but it is the actions of this committee that are the most damning of all, because they have been singularly focused on you. Let me ask you briefly, because I want to expand on just what I think is really the core theory here. I want to give you a chance to respond to it. You know, as a prosecutor, we're taught that every case should have a core